everyone, welcome to my channel, Ursula Living, and of course I am your girl Ursula, and today I want to talk about two topics. The first one is about a question that I've been receiving a lot on social media, which is, Ursula, girl, are you vegan? I'm going to answer that question along with just giving a little bit more insight into why I choose to eat the way that I do. And then also I want to talk about diet shaming, which is basically what I think it is people who go around trying to manipulate, scare, force people into leading a certain lifestyle or choosing a certain diet that they might be into. I think as long as you're, well, I guess I should say my overall opinion is, I think that as long as you're doing something that is right for you, it's healthy, it's attainable, and you're seeing results, I say, so let's answer that first question. Ursula, are you vegan? To answer that question so that you fully understand, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a background about my nutrition, and maybe that will help you guys better understand why I lead the lifestyle that I do. So first of all, in 2005, 2006, I was at my highest weight that I've ever been. Like, it was the highest weight, okay? And I was also going through a breakup, which for me was a bad breakup because it was devastating, it was shocking. I didn't know how to handle it. So therefore I became depressed, stressed, anxiety, all those things. And as you guys know, all of those things can definitely have an effect on your body, and not just with weight loss or weight gain, but it can make your body and the chemicals in your body just do weird stuff. And I went through that. It got to the point where basically I would work, and if I wasn't working, I was at home either drinking alcohol or sleeping. Those were the three things that I was doing, while also drinking a lot of soda. And it got to the point where I also was not eating. And it got to the point where if I did eat, it would come out the other end. Like, as soon as I ate, it was like coming out the other end. TMI is the truth, okay? It was just, even when I would start drinking alcohol, like if I drank a blue Hawaiian, you know, it's blue, like my poop would be blue. It was horrible. It was bad. So, with all that said, obviously, then I started to lose weight. And it wasn't until family and friends started to point out to me that you're losing weight that I was like, oh, I'm losing weight. Thing is, there is a right, or I should say there's a healthy way and there's a not so healthy way to lose weight. And obviously this wasn't the healthiest way for me to be losing weight, but it did click into my mind that, hey, if you're losing weight, take advantage of this. So I still wasn't able to keep food and stuff down, but I did start taking supplements. And I used the Avocare supplements, which I still use to this day. They're great, wonderful products. But I started taking those, and with that, I started to get a little bit more energized, feel a little bit better, to the point where I started eating a little bit more, getting energy, and it got me to the point where I wasn't just sleeping all day when I was at home. I actually started getting up and exercising, doing home workouts. So I was feeling amazing, and I was turning this unhealthy weight loss into a healthier weight loss. And at the time I was still eating meat. You know, I just went down to vegetables and lean, like chicken breasts and things like that. You know, the typical healthy nutritional stuff that they tell you to eat. So I started doing that, and then fast forward to 2012, I got married. So of course I was staying active and really watching what I was eating. I was still eating meat, but I didn't eat a lot of fried food and all that kind of stuff, but I was eating healthy, and because, you know, you want to be snatched for your wedding dress, right? So I was doing all that, and then at the end of 2012, I started to gain a little bit of weight back because I think I was just under stress. We were in the process of buying a home, and when we first got married, we moved to a smaller city, which I wasn't happy to be there, and then the stress of going back and forth and everything with this house. Then, of course, in 2013, by that time, at the end of 2012, we got our house. 2013, I went on a girls trip, came back, and I was like, girl, you look bloated. Like, you didn't have too many of them coconut drinks up in the Dominican. And so I came back and I busted my butt and I started exercising. I was doing the insanity workout. Again, making sure that I was eating my vegetables, fruit, not eating fried food, just was on it. And I started to form actually a 4-pack. And then that's when I found out I was pregnant. Now, throughout my pregnancy, I still ate pretty much the same. I ate healthy. And I also continue to exercise, which I do. FYI, ladies, credit that to having a really healthy and easy pregnancy and delivery. And then, so that was 2014. And then you guys know, fast forward to 2015, your girl, you know, was diagnosed with diverticulitis, which I have a story here on my channel all about that, and you can follow my journey from there. But with diverticulitis, a lot of doctors and a lot of doctors disagree. You know, it's a back and forth type thing, but they do recommend that you stay away from nuts, stay away from seeds, and that is what I do now. And then they also, going through that process, and this is why, you know, you call it a lifestyle, but at the same time, you know, no one is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. And so sometimes along your journey, sometimes you have to change your lifestyle a little bit. And that's what happened. That's what brings me to now, which is when I was diagnosed with diverticulitis, I cut out the nuts, I cut out the seeds. I was told not to eat deli meat, or what we might call lunch meat, because it's processed and it's harder to digest along with beef. And so what I was doing, I was still eating chicken, a lot of fish, ground chicken, ground turkey, you know, stuff like that. So I was still eating meat. And then, and I was still eating beef a little bit. Then it got to the point where I basically start becoming more aware of my body. And I noticed that when I ate vegetables, like more vegetables, my body digested things a lot easier. I didn't feel or look as bloated. I even started losing a couple of pounds. And so I was like, So what I started to do is I started 3, maybe 4 times a week, I would eat meatless meals the whole day. That's what I did. And fast forward to now, I basically can do it a whole week now. Like, I started off at 3 to 4 days. Now I can do it a whole week. So to answer your question, with all that said, am I vegan? No, sorry. No, I'm not vegan, because guess what, guys? I like dairy. I still eat cheese. Not a lot, but I mean, I eat cheese. And I love ice cream. And yes, I know that they have vegan ice cream, and it is absolutely delicious. But hey, sometimes I feel like just having my Bluebell ice cream, cookies and cream, and I eat it. And I don't feel guilty about it, and I don't feel a certain way about it. That's just what I do. Will I ever become full vegan? I can't say yes or no, but I do know that my lifestyle is what some may consider a more plant-based lifestyle, meaning like I mostly eat fruits and vegetables. Again, I do eat meat sometimes, but as of late, I have been eating a lot more vegan or vegetarian meals. And so I think that's why the question was coming up, because I'm a person, I like to try new recipes, and I'm always posting on social media what I'm eating. And so I guess a lot of meals lately have just been meatless, or what some may deem as vegan. And so that's where the question came up. But again, the answer is no, I'm not vegan. I still eat meat sometimes, but I'm aware of how it makes me feel. So that's why I choose to have a more plant-based diet, because it's easier for my body to digest it, especially knowing that I have diverticulosis and I could possibly get diverticulitis. I do things that are easier on my digestive system. Then that also brings me, though, guys, into the diet shaming. First of all, if you lead a vegan, vegetarian, plant-based lifestyle, or whatever diet or whatever you're trying to do, I commend you on it, because that means that some point you start caring about your health and the things that you are putting into your body. And I think that a lot of us need to be more aware. And I'm glad that a lot of us are bringing that awareness up. Like, we're talking about it, we're educating ourselves about it. But I'm also seeing a lot of people, and they're becoming vegan, and they're doing this, and they think, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. First of all, you know, you see other people doing it, but you gotta think, what were they eating before? If they were like eating meat and McDonald's every day, and then they go to eating vegetarian or vegan, well, I mean, of course they're gonna lose weight. You're reducing a lot of calories, you're getting rid of a lot of bad fat. So of course that's gonna happen. And trust me, guys, I do know some vegans and vegetarians that are overweight, you know? It is what it is. So that's what I'm saying, but you gotta do what's right for your lifestyle. So if you see someone who's leading that lifestyle, you know, by all means, ask them, what made you decide to go vegan or vegetarian? What made you decide to try Weight Watchers, girl? Like, what is it doing? How is it affecting your body? Research and educate for yourself. Number 2, go to the doctor, especially if you're trying to really do a big lifestyle change, something totally different than what you're used to. That's just like someone who drinks soda all the time. They're like, oh, I'm gonna quit drinking soda, and then they quit like cold turkey. A lot of them start having like caffeine withdrawals and stuff like that, and then they go right back to the Coke. So I'm just saying, like, you know, ease into what you're doing, because you don't want to have an effect where you're doing it and then it becomes too hard or it's too much for you, and then you slip back into your old ways, and then you feel down again, you're gaining weight, whatever the, you know, the situation is. You know, just research what you're doing and seeing if it's right for you. Don't be afraid to ease into something, especially something like being vegan. Ease into it. You don't have to quit cold turkey, just ease into it. And make sure that it's something that's working for you and that your body is adjusting to properly. Also, go to the doctors. Nobody knows your body better than yourself. There's been countless times where people have went to the doctor and they're like, this is wrong. And the doctor will be like, nope, we ran tests, we did this, nothing's wrong. And then they'll have to go to another doctor to get a second opinion. And at that doctor, they get the help that they need. So be aware of your body, know your body. If something's wrong, go to the doctor. But also, especially if you're planning to make a big lifestyle change, and you should be doing this anyway, go get a physical, go get a checkup, go do some blood work. Because a lot of the time, sometimes we might feel tired, for instance, and we might just think, well, you know, I'm raising these kids, I'm running, I'm all over the place, I'm just tired. When really it could be like, maybe you have low vitamin D, maybe you have a thyroid problem. So as much as I say be aware of your body, also go to the doctor, because a lot of times we don't even know that something's wrong with our bodies. And, you know, there are tests that can be ran, and, you know, it'll pop up, and, you know, we can address whatever we need to address, and, you know, get you, or the doctor can get you on the right track of what you need to do and what's right for you. And also, a lot of people go vegan, they're like, oh, I'm gonna eat kale and do all this stuff, you know, and I'm just spitting off stuff here. I had a friend, well, I have a friend, she's my best friend actually. Her grandmother couldn't eat green leafy vegetables. I forgot the reason. I think it has something to do with her vitamin K. Or something like that, but she couldn't eat it. So what benefit would that have done for her to eat something that her body was rejecting? Again, go to the doctor, get your checkup, do your research, and most importantly, be aware of your body and see how certain things are affecting you, and if that lifestyle choice is a good choice for you. And I say all this again, I've seen it a lot on social media, people pressuring people, well, if you want to lose weight, you should become vegan. Or if you want to do that, girl, why are you doing it? Like, oh my gosh, I had a cousin who was thinking about becoming vegan, and he asked the question of how could he ease into it. So I simply wrote that he should basically maybe like ease into it if he felt like it was going to be too difficult to do. And I just explained what I did, you know, gave my opinion of maybe some things that he should do and things that I have done. And somebody who's a complete vegan came on there, oh, but meat has all this in it and you should go totally vegan. And I went to his page and it was all these pictures of slaughtered animals, and I was just like, dude, calm down. Like, I get it about saving the animals and how it hurts the animals and the way that they even process the meat, and I understand that, believe me. I'm not even gonna touch on that subject because I don't want nobody coming for me. But like, there's ways to talk to people that doesn't seem like, you know, you're getting all defensive and pressuring them, manipulating them, trying to make them feel bad for the choices that they make. I know that there's some movies out right now, and I've seen a lot of people, oh, I watched this such and such movie and now I'm gonna become vegan. Like, really know your body and what's best for you. And I know I'm probably gonna get slack for this, but you know, if you don't want to give up meat, you can live a pretty decent healthy lifestyle with still eating meat. Make sure that you're choosing maybe organic meat. I think, and truly support people going to these, like your local farmers market. That's supporting your community, and believe me, you're gonna get better ingredients from them, or better product from them. So, you know, look to things like that. Like, just don't feel like you have to be a certain way. Know the reason why you're doing it. And again, if it's something that you're looking into, ask people, what are they doing? You know, this, that, or the other. But educate yourself. Have some body, you know, awareness of your body and what your body needs, what your body wants, what your body will tolerate, what it won't tolerate. Okay, so, and if you're somebody who's out there and you're just like, girl, you should be doing Weight Watchers or you should be doing this, like, back off. Unless you see somebody's really doing something that is really diminishing their health, please help them. And I know some people are like, well, eating this kind of meat with all these chemicals in it, that is diminishing your health. Well, then tell people to go choose a better meat product. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I just don't like seeing people feeling pressured or manipulated or scared to death about food. Although I will say that our government needs to get on it and make some better guidelines for food and what farmers and different people, whoever, can put in food, because it is just ridiculous. It's like they're basically killing us. And I know that, I mean, it is, because they're putting all these bad chemicals, but like, we need to start talking to the government about this kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but the whole thing of this video is I want you to make an educated, healthy choice for you and for your family so that you guys can lead a healthy life.